So Jason and I are both implementation consultants here at BMT. That means we develop and implement a wide range of applications for all the different projects that we're currently working on. And what's cool is that as a part of all these different projects, we get to work with a wide range of programming languages, such as Python, PHP, Java, JavaScript, and even Unix shell scripts. So it's cool to get exposure to all these kind of unique languages while working on our projects.
In addition, we've had a huge variety of different projects this term, ranging from providing information on smog to a social media platform, to integrating in real time a CRM and PLM platform, to even providing technical specification information to the apparel industry.
Yeah, and to add to that, another thing that's really cool is that while working on our projects, we've gotten to work with lots of different enterprise software that we wouldn't have had the chance to work with earlier, like CRM software like Salesforce, the PLM software, PTC Windchill, and we also got to work with the popular Chinese social messaging platform WeChat. So all these different applications we probably wouldn't have worked with if we hadn't been working on these projects.
And since so much of our work is proof of concepts on stuff that's never really been done before by almost anybody, a lot of our work is evenly split between doing research and then implementing that research into programs and implementation.
I'm the program assistant, and this is a supporting role to our management production team. I assist on projects by preparing essential documentation, administering work process, and participating in product testing. I also engage in several administrative activities such as the payroll, bookkeeping, and HR.
So we worked on several projects throughout the term, and the first project that we worked on, which is really interesting, was an application that gathers information from around the web on any given topic, and it makes that information available to countless platforms, like social media platforms, for example, like Facebook and Twitter. And in our case, what we did was we integrated this application with the social messaging platform WeChat to enable users to request information both in English and Chinese, and they could request from the application any information related to smog, like news, research, or even what the latest smog measurements were in their given city. And so that was really cool.
Our next major project was an application that would do real-time syncing between two platforms, a CRM platform, in our case Salesforce, and a PLM platform, PTC Windchill. So our application was able to use the APIs of both to detect changes and then update the other one relevantly. So both the APIs are implemented in Java, and at the beginning neither of us knew any Java, so we had quite the experience learning Java on the fly while writing this application.
And our current project, what we're doing is we're creating an application that will allow clients to gather technical information from several different clothing manufacturers all in one standardized way. And that's also something that's really unique that hasn't really been done before. So that's also really exciting.
I researched several government funding programs and developed applications and budget plans to help the company to secure sufficient funds for many perspectives. In addition to that, I also developed detailed plans for many projects so that we can meet all our deadlines while operating efficiently and effectively. During my 4-month placement here, I learned to create professional business presentation, both in the form of videos and PowerPoint slides. Resource planning with OpenProj, which is a similar open source software to Microsoft Project. It's another important skills I developed on my placement.
We can start with the obvious. In the past term, we've worked on a whole bunch of different projects in 4 or 5 different programming languages. And at the beginning of the term, we knew maybe 2 or 3 of those, so we've had a humongous opportunity to develop our technical skill set. In addition, I've had a chance to install from scratch and administer a Linux server, so that's been a whole bunch of fun as well.
Yeah, I mean, while working at BMT, we've gotten exposure to so many tools that you'd normally see in a professional software development environment, but just being CS students, we never really had a chance to work with. Like, for example, version control system software like SVN, was it was very helpful for us in collaborating on all our code for all the projects that we did. And not just the technical tools that we worked with, but also working at BMT, we had an opportunity to see just how important it is to document our code and to create things like functional specification documents for whatever programs that we were working on. And so I think at the end of the day, we both agree that working at BMT has made us both more professional software developers.